I'm also very glad that the topic we are discussing today is also living long the Finland way. Um, Particularly, we do know that in Nigeria, heart disease, and in sub-Saharan Africans, the number one killer disease now in the population all over is heart disease. In the adult population, we used to think about things like infectious disease like malaria, tuberculosis those days, even HIV. But since 2011, after the UN summit on specifically decided on non-communicable disease, of which heart disease is number one, we have now come to find that even those of us in developing countries are dying from heart disease, and we are suffering a lot from heart disease. But this heart disease, they are really they are preventable, and they are related to our lifestyles. What lifestyles are we talking about? We are talking about the food we eat.
Okay.
In terms of our diet,
Okay.
in terms of our nutrition, and we also know that number one heart disease in Nigeria and in the African population is hypertension, and this is highly related also to the food we eat.
Okay.
It's more related, especially when you talk about what are the content in the food that you really want to be specific about. You want to talk about the salt in your diet. The amount of salt you take in the diet is very important. The sugar you take in the diet is also very important, because they are all related to the way the body processes these ingredients and also affect the blood pressure. The other things that also we do is physical activity.
Okay.
In terms of what you can talk this about in terms of exercise. How much of exercise do you do? Because exercise too regulates the blood pressure.
True.
And we want to encourage people also to undertake exercise. How much of exercise do you need? Maybe also you can say that you need about 30 minutes of exercise daily, or even every other day. That is, if you can be able to accumulate that, that also brings down the blood pressure of the individual. We also do know that lifestyles is very important. The smoking of cigarette, tobacco is also very important agent that affects the blood pressure, affects the heart. Also in terms of also alcohol. These are sort of the lifestyles which we are talking. And we rightly stated that because we should be able to know that there are countries all over the world that have really shown that these things are possible to be done.
Okay. In terms of control,
in terms of control and prevention
lifestyle.
and living a good lifestyle. Finland is a country in Europe. It's a very small country of about 5 million population.
Okay.
Dated back to about 35 years ago, Finland